Hello, everyone. This is Lynn with Inspired Heart Intuitive, and we're here to help you live a spirit-led, whole and healed, peaceful, and proud life. It is Manifestation Monday. I love doing this on Mondays because I feel like it sets the tone for the entire week. So I'm so thankful that you guys have been and you're watching this on this wonderful Monday, September the 17th. So the topic for today that we're going to talk about is when wanting something too much is bad. So we've done a lot of, and we'll still do more teaching, right, on how to manifest, how to raise our vibrations, how to tap into not law of attraction, but quantum manifestation as well. And today I want to kind of have this discussion that I don't think people enough of. And that's the difference between having faith for something and having this like want that's just like too much, right? That's just like overbearing want for something. So, the law of attraction says, visualize it, you desire it, you see it. Hello, Rachel. How are you, dear? You see it, and then you keep it up here and you keep it here, and then it comes, right? That's what it says, right? This is the law of attraction in a basic way says to us. But there is a tipping point between that which we want, wanting it so much, and actually keeping our vibrations high enough to actually bring it in. Good evening. Keeping our vibrations high enough to actually bring it in. And we'll talk about vibrational energy again. Oh, very good, Ray. I'm glad. So wanting. If you think about this, we have certain needs, right? Have, housing, we have food, we have clothing, all these different things. We have certain needs, and most of those money. So usually when we talk about the manifestation process, usually people want to, when you're searching on YouTube, I mean, I've done this. So, full disclosure, you see these videos when you type in manifestation, it's all how I manifested $50,000 in 3 hours. Right? Hello, Jeanette. Oh, very good. Very good. Take a nap. I'm glad you're well. Everything went well, Jeanette. Very glad. So we are at this point, right, where we have visual. And usually we want to manifest money, right? Or because money purchases things. So we get in this position, especially we're in a bad way. And again, I've been there, so I understand completely. You get in a bad way and you're like, oh my gosh, universe, God, creatus, however, he or she has manifested, Supreme Spirit has manifested itself to you. I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. Right? It might be $1,000. It might be $2,000. I need this $1,000. And at first, what happens is you visualize that $1,000 because you're following the secret attraction. You visualize the $1,000. You might write out $1,000 check to yourself, made out to yourself, and fold that check up. Hello, Ms. Virgo. Fold that check up and put it in your wallet or put it in your purse or put it in your drawer, right? Carry it with you, whatever, right? You put this in there so you can have the physical representation of it. All these things, Post-it notes everywhere, all this stuff, right? And then you're like, what the heck didn't it come in? Where's the $1,000? We can get, you were at a point when you first said, this is what I need, right? You knew the number in your head. This is what I need to manifest. So you had the number in your head and you did all these correctly. And at first you were full of faith. Think about this. When you first did all of those things, pretty darn good, didn't you? You felt like, yes, I've written it down. I got it. You know, made my list. I checked it twice, right? Got it down. I put the check in there. I did everything that I was supposed to do. And I put Post-it notes so I can see it everywhere. Created my dream board. $1,000 right on the dream board. Okay. All these things. And when you first did it, what did you do? You had great faith and great expectation. What you put out into the universe, okay, was going to come back to you. Put out and spoke was coming into existence. That's what we do when we first come with this. Everyone, please, if you like button as well on the way in. Thank you very much. You have great faith. Awesome. Full of expectation. Just like a child, take it back to childhood. When you asked mom or dad, or you wrote your letter to Santa, that toy or that game system or whatever it was, right? You wanted that Christmas gift, that doll, whatever. You wrote that out, sealed that up, sent that letter off to the North Pole, and gosh darn it all, you just knew it was coming. Why? Because you asked Santa for it. Now, I didn't raise my kids to believe in Santa Claus, but I'm just going to use that as an example. But you sent that letter off, and honey, you expected it to come. Why? Because as a child, children know how to manifest like nobody's business. They say with full expectation it's coming to them. They don't understand no for an answer. They just say, this is what I want. And then you went down Christmas morning. Hello, BB. And when you unwrapped that gift, it was that doll, it was that toy, it was that game, it was the bike was sitting there, whatever it was. You in effect, manifest. It's the same principle. So we put it out there. We have full expectation when we do this that it's coming to us. And I'm going somewhere with this, so hang with me. Those of us that are parents, or think back to your own child, or you've witnessed this before. A child is in the grocery store or any store, Walmart, Target, whatever. Child is with their mother, and they might see that a toy or whatever it is, a piece of some candy or whatever, and they say, Mama, can I have YZ? And she says, well, just give me a minute. I need to get my apples and my bananas and my vegetables and everything, and then we'll go back around, right? Well, that answer didn't satisfy that child. So what does that child do? Mom, can I have? I really want that. Mom, I really want that. I really, really want that. I really want. Now, I've raised 3 children. I can tell you that when they went into, I want, in that moment, I said, you ain't getting it. I was already going to give it to you when you asked me the first time. You didn't need to ask me 20 million more times. What happens is that the vibrations we are then sending out when I want. It lowers the vibrations. It goes from faith to fear. Faith says, this is my need, this is my want, this is my ask, this is my desire. Say it, write it down, whatever we need to do. Visualize it, own it, vibrate at it. Expectation. No doubting in there. Pure expectation. Didn't have the money to buy it, so a stranger gave her the money. There you go. Pure, exactly, Rachel. You mad at the doll. And you didn't even realize what you were doing. Because Supreme Spirit put someone else in your path that heard and they listened. They heard you speak and they listened and they gave. You manifested it. But when we ask with expectation, when we're seeking to manifest adults, we have that childlike expectation. This is going to come to pass. Then when we goes to want, and I tell you when it goes to want, when you continually ask, and well, not have, that is a tad bit of an exaggeration. I'm only speaking about what my own children, I can't speak on anybody else's. But the premise is the same, right? So we ask, and there's this expectation we're going to receive. That as adults, we have a childlike expectation we're going to receive. However, what happens is the day, 2 days later, 3 days later, when it doesn't appear, when it doesn't come into the physical realm, what happens? Ooh, you know what happens then? We start to doubt. And when we start to doubt, we start to get into fear. And fear, the fear that we're not going to receive it. Think about it. When you're and want and want and want, and you keep asking and asking and asking, if you think about the reason behind why you're doing that activity, it is because somewhere in your subliminal, you do not believe coming. When we don't believe it's coming, we think we have to do something in order for God or our prayer. We need to do something for the universe to answer. Oh, we need to do something for Creator to create in the physical realm. Think about that. So then what do? Because when we get into fear and we don't see it, but then, oh my gosh, bills are due. These bills are due. Are you hearing me? These bills are due. I really want this. I did. And you might not be physically crying about it, and you might not be physically whining about it. And I'm not saying whining in a bad way, guys, because the reality is you do need it. Reality is there may be a shortage financially. And if I hadn't lived this, I wouldn't be able to teach about it. So when I say this, understand that I know where you're coming from because I've been there. I've been, and we're not going to get into the whole spirit of poverty and all of that. That'll be for another session another time. But reality is there's a need. You've put out in the universe, this is what I need to cover it. And you have the expectation at the beginning. And then when it doesn't happen immediately, we go into want mode. Eva, I'm very glad that you're getting away from the narc. I want you to come back tomorrow night when we talk about the toxic relationships, and I want us to talk about that. Okay? Very good. So we come here and we're like, whoa. And then here we go. We get into fear. And fear is a lower level energy. Faith and expectation are heart chakra and up. Fear is we're getting down to sacral and root, lower level. Why are we in lower levels? Because we're not operating from our intuitive or our higher vibrational selves. So we get to a point where we want something so bad that in actuality, what we're doing is we're pushing it away. Because we talked about this before. When you raise your vibration to a vibrational level, okay? Oh, wow. Wonderful. Raise your vibrations to a higher vibrational level. We are then vibrating at the frequency of that which we are manifesting. We are in the manifestation process of that which we have manifested. We need to start thinking about these things in the present and past tense. For instance, I own this home. I'm in the process of full-on manifesting this house manifested being mine. Fully renovated with a studio and a beautiful ready room up top. And new appliances, right? So this is the thing, right? This is what I manifested. So you have your vibrational level at this point when you first, this is where I'm at. $1,000, $2,000, whatever, 10,000, whatever it is. Just maybe it might just be a functional flip, man. There are probably some people that will hear this that simply need to manifest next meal. And let me tell you something, when you get to the point where you need to manifest your next meal, you learn to walk in real quick. Because you have no other avenue, nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do but have complete faith. So at any rate, we're manifesting, we're at this level. And when you are sending out vibrations at the level of which you're manifesting, then those waves, that energy can go and get that thing, because that thing, that money, that whatever, has a vibrational level as well. When the two are in sync, the two connect and it can ride the wave. So back into you. However, when you lower your vibration by wanting so bad you haven't seen the revelation of it in the physical realm, when you lower your vibration now, the $1,000 is here, but now because you're losing faith, you're vibrating down here. What's going to happen? The energies miss. You're not at the same wavelength. It's like tuning into a radio station. Those of us that use radio still, tuning into a streaming service that is operating at a specific, we'll call, for lack of a better term, frequency, IP address, right? You had to tune in order to get this, right? You had to tune in order to get this. So if you still use a radio, radios have certain radio station frequencies. If your tuner ain't at the right frequency, you're not going to pick it up. Blessed thing. Rachel, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. I'm going to finish and then we're going to talk a little bit about it. So if your tuner ain't at the right level, if you haven't tuned that dial in to the right radio station frequency, you are not going to pick up the signal. It's the same way. You all the way down at 91.1, and what you need is at 107.5. You got to raise your vibration. We can want things so much, we end up pushing them away, just as Rachel said. So Rachel says, I've been writing the same things that I've been manifesting since July, and I've pushed it away, kind of. Okay, Rachel, and Rachel wants to manifest $10,000. So let's put this down here. Ooh, y'all, hot flash. Okay, I'm gonna take my jacket off. Those of you that are in here that are watching and participating in the chat, right in there, you're seeking to manifest, right? What it is that you want, or that you feel like you've attached too much. That's where we're going to go next. You've attached much importance to. When we want something very badly, we attach a high level of importance to it. When we attach a high level of importance to it, our concentration is on it constantly. When our mind is on a thing and fixated on that thing constantly, we end up pushing it away. Why is that, you say, Lisa? Why? You know what happens when you start thinking about something all the time? At least with me, I might be the only one. What happens is you start trying to figure out how you're going to get it. You start trying to take control over the process. Mm-hmm. We take control over the process. When we take control over the process, we take control out of the universe's hands. We start taking control of the process, and we are not vibrating at a high level. Our earthly control is down here, lower level chakras, needing to control things. That's lower level energy. Faith is a high level energy. It's a high vibration. So wanting turns being fixated. Fixated turns to I need to fix it. That's part of the word fixating. I need to fix this. I need to do this. I need to make it happen. How? Right? Worry. Want turns to worry. Worry turns to fear. Fear is the direct opposite, the arch nemesis of faith. Hello, Steph. The nemesis of faith. See, we can desire something, need something, want something, but we cannot become fixated on that thing. Because the moment we become fixated on that thing, then we got to reach in there and fix it and make it happen. And if we could make it happen in and of ourselves, then what the heck do we need to put it out there for the universe and be a co-creator for? We didn't. We make it happen ourselves, and we didn't even need to put that out there. We could have just made it happen ourselves. So wanting something too much turns into lower level energies fear, which is the enemy of faith. When you're maintaining faith, you're maintaining a high vibration level. So, I never leave you, right, with all that information, and then don't tell you how in the heck am I supposed to stop doing it. Maintaining a level of faith and not sitting into want. First of all, I don't want anybody to get convicted over it, because Lord knows we all do, right? We all do it. I'm going to tell you something. I've said this before, so some of you, if you heard the story before, you'll probably be like, oh, Lord, that woman's telling that darn story again, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So when I needed a different job because my job I was at, things weren't working out, and I didn't want to lose the house, okay, the option to buy this home. So I said, well, I need a job. I need that job. I need to be earning at blah, blah, blah amount of money. And I had already said 3 years ago the amount of money I wanted to earn as a salary. I'm the age that I am now at 50. Now, I do now have a job that I'm earning that. That's not the point. The point is I want to be able to pay my bills and secure the home. I got 3 different job offers inside of a week. Once I put it out there and left it out there. You know what I need. And in between that time, all of my bills, ooh, mosquito, all of my bills paid the whole time. There was always provision that came in each month from sources that I did not anticipate nor expect because I gave up the how. In this case, though, I took the how back. Why? Because my mind not visualize anything else but a well-paying job. Some would say, well, Lisa, why don't you like jump off and do this and full time because this eventually is what I'm going to do. Hello, Miss Phyllis. But I didn't have the faith at that moment to do, knew I didn't have the faith to do it. So I wasn't going to overextend my faith. It's like when you go exercise, guys, when you're getting back in the gym, we think at the ages some of us might be that we are able to go out there and do the same exercises and work out the same way we did when 20. I'm here to tell you at 50, it ain't the same. You can overextend and overexert yourself, right? No, when you're exercising your faith muscle or your vibrational muscles, don't overextend yourself. Because then what happens is that if you don't start out small and you start out too big, and then it doesn't happen immediately, or you can't maintain your vibrational, thank you. When you cannot maintain your vibrational level at here, and really you can do is maintain it right here, then maintain here. Miss Phyllis, you know, I could send you some money. We could make that happen. I'm gonna let that go, baby. I'm so sorry. That's the first thing that popped in my head. Anyway, so you have to start out at a vibrational level that you can maintain. Back to my story. So the only way I could see being able to maintain everything was to get a job, manifest a job. I'm settling into it. However, what occurred to me after the 3 job offers, about a week or so later, just during one of my just walking and talking with God, he said, well, why didn't you just ask me for the house? I said, real funny. My point is this. Sometimes we can also sell ourselves short. When we are so focused on the how and not the what. So if you're manifesting a certain amount of money for a what, can we manifest the thing instead of the money? Try not to put your methodologies, mix your methodologies in there. Okay? That's a little tidbit of it. Now, how do we not want? How do we get out of that just deep wanting? Again, this is a very simple way. I'm sure all of you have probably by now heard of tapping, where you have and I think you tap here, like you when you want to reverse like a feeling or an emotion about a certain thing, tap feeling some certain way, like I am a highly intelligent being. I am a very empathic and intuitive being. I'm safe with money and with success. You know, tapping to bring back a vibrational or a manifestation of something, right? Usually it's centered around yourself, right? That really is all it is an association of a physical touch with a spiritual occurrence. Meaning this, I think I said this Sunday. I'm going to continue to say it until you guys tell me, Lisa, God dang it, we got it. But when you are manifesting, so Rachel's manifesting $10,000. Rachel, I'm manifesting $10,000 with you. I am asking right now the angels to go and retrieve $10,000 for you and bring it to you. Bless you with it. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. Manifesting that right away. I'm adding my faith to yours. So, Rachel, right now, that feeling you have, I want to envision yourself with $10,000. Right now, envision yourself with $10,000. What that is going to feel like, what that is like to have $10,000 because it's there, it's your choice. So we're just going to bring it in. While you are at that level right now, Rachel, I want you to do something. I want you to put your thumb and your finger together. I want you to put your thumbs and your four fingers together. I want you to tap on your leg. Whatever it is, I want you to do something physical right now. And everyone with me, I want you to put that which you are seeking to manifest. How is this going to feel? How am I going to look? How happy will I be? How much fun? This will be done. This will, whatever it is, whatever your life looks like with what you are seeking to manifest, I want you to and feel it right now. And at the height of your vibrational joy, do a physical motion right now. And maintain a high vibrational level as long as you possibly can while doing that physical motion. There's a reason for this. When you find yourself falling back into want mode, when you find yourself fixated on it, because what they don't tell you with the law of attraction is this, a lot of people, is that it's good to get the vision in yourself and in your soul and in your mind. It's good to speak it. It's good to write it. It's good to everything, right? And do all of these things, but then you got to let it go. Because think about, wait, if I have a ball, right, and we're playing catch, okay, and you are across the yard with your glove. Now we're playing catch. Got a softball in my hand. We're playing catch. If I hold on to that ball, will it ever get to you? The longer you hold on to through want and worry that which you are seeking to manifest, the longer it stays with you. You haven't released it. You not released creative energy into the universe so that it can go and get it. You're holding on to it. If you have a dog that you've taught to fetch and retrieve, right? And you throw the stick and you say fetch. But the entire time, every time you say fetch, holding on to that dog's collar. Can the dog go fetch that stick and bring it back to you? Nope. Go to the dog. That's what we do, beloveds. We hold on to our manifestations through want and worry, because why? We are so used to having to do it ourselves. We are not accustomed to operating at that spiritual level. We're not used to it because our physical bodies and our physical mind has always said this is how we have to do things. Yes, peace, self-care, health, and abundance. Yes. You're releasing, you're putting in action being self-partnered. That's another level. You see, beloveds, we have everything within us. Lord, I'm just showing you. We have everything within us. Abilities we need to create. We have all of it. It's already here. Yes. The universe knew what you needed exactly. Lived at that vibration. You lived at that level, Eva, and went out and got it and brought it in. And you didn't know how. You didn't know how. You didn't know when. But the life that you wanted, the life, your most excellent life, you co-created it, and it's coming to pass. That's what I'm talking about. When you want something so bad, you hold on to it too darn long. The longer you hold on to it and think you gotta freaking figure it out, the universe can't do a blessed thing with it. You ever been with somebody that something or building something or whatever, or they're making something, maybe they're making a dish, and they tell you, because this is your signature dish, okay, they say, I want you in the kitchen with me, okay, while I'm making this dish. Can you help me with this? Can you help me create this? You do it so well, and I know you do it well because I've had it before. It's wonderful. You say, sure, honey, I'll come in and I'll help you fix that dish. So you go in their kitchen with them, and all the ingredients are laid, and you go to assist them because they've put all the ingredients in front of you. They've went and bought everything you told them to buy, and you go to assist them, and they say, oh, no, I got it. What was that? How much milk did you put? Oh, yeah, that's right, I got it. Well, maybe I'll just put 2 eggs instead of 1. Nope, I got it. I can make this. I know how to make it. I want you here to help me. But I'm going to go over here and do everything myself. But I want you here to help me, but I'm going to do everything myself. And this person has the expectation that somehow their macaroni and cheese is going to turn out the same way as yours did. Mm-mm. They didn't relinquish control enough for you to be able to help them make that macaroni and cheese. Then it turns out like garbage. Or it takes them as long to make it. You could have been in and out, had it all mixed up, ready to go in a half hour in the oven and done. They still meddle around with it. You see what I'm saying, guys? We hold on to things because we want them so badly, and we don't continue to operate in faith, right? We don't give creator the creative license to actually assist and co-create with us. Other thing I want you to hear. You are co-creators. You are participants in the process. Your level of Rachel, I see your question. One moment. Your participation is this. You go to your higher self. What is my moment? What is my need? See it, visualize it, speak it. I'll put it here. Yep, got it. Release. And then when the universe comes back and says, I need you to take a step right, I'm going to go right. Okay, now I'm going to need you to go to see that woman that's over there sitting in that corner table in that restaurant. Well, I don't know her. Let's go talk to her. And it turns out she has a job for you, or a house for your daughter and your son, or a house for you to move into so you can get away from your abuser. Right? Anything. Loving your daughter enough to let her go. She is a grown woman. Ooh, we could talk about adult children, child. But that's you guys are grasping the concept, right? You can't hold on so tightly that no one else can come and help you create it. Because the universe always answers you yes. It answered you yes when you first asked for it and said, here you go. Okay, it's coming back. And it answers you yes when you say, it take it too long. I don't know how it's going to come. Bring it all back. I got to fix it. I got to figure it out here. It answers you yes then. Both ways. So when wanting something too much is bad is when it lowers your vibration and you move into fear and worry and doubt and I got to make this work some kind of way. Instead of then at that moment, the reason why we went through that exercise before, beloved, is when you're feeling anxious about it, I want you to do the physical motion that you just did. It will bring you right back. This is my physical motion for that which the things that I'm manifesting. Every time I do this, it raises my vibrations right back. It raises my vibrations to the point where I am living spiritual ministry. Then I don't have to go to a job. Purpose, my life purpose, provides for my person. Wholeness, nothing missing, nothing broken. Every time I do this, because this is what I did the moment I envisioned my most excellent life. All right. That's going to conclude the teaching portion. I'm going to do some questions and answers. Those of you that, if you want to stick around for the next 10, 15 minutes or so, great. Those of you that came for the teaching and wish to leave, that's fine. If you would like, I need to put this out here. So I just want to do thank you for joining me tonight. Tomorrow night is going to be Toxic Relationship Tuesday. Not sure yet what we're going to talk about yet. Figure that out. I think I know. Wednesday, I'm not sure what we're doing. Thursday is going to be Evening Enlightenment. I'm hoping to guest on again. Yeah, that's my schedule. I try to leave Fridays to myself if possible. Wednesday, we may have a special guest on Wednesday night. All times are at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Do mark your October the 4th. Jeremy Anneker, he was on Evening Enlightenment last week, Thursday. He and I will be teaching a class on October the 4th, a Thursday night in my Zoom chat, in my Zoom conference room, completely interactive video conferencing. We'll be teaching a class how the aura of a Christian changes when we become enlightened, when we get to that higher level instead of a box. That's going to be an amazing teaching. So if you didn't see Jeremy and I last week, Thursday, please go to today's Evening Enlightenment and watch that video. Folks, do comment. If you would like a private intuitive reading or a Reiki sessions are clearing of the chakras, okay? Energy flow, getting proper energy flow. We sometimes heal past hurts. We'll heal past issues, right? Past life and such. So private intuitive reading or a Reiki session with me, the information is there. If I want anybody to think that, don't let what is there as far as a price stop you, okay? Prices I have are fair, but just email me and let's talk about it. All right. That's that. Where I am in Wisconsin, I believe that Spirit is going to have me and probably a couple other people traveling. I would say within the next 3 to 6 months, having in different local areas. Okay. There's a lot that's getting done. My website will be a week where you'll be able to download teachings and things of that nature and schedule intuitive readings or readings with me as well, and sign up for different classes that we're having. Now, so that's, I wanted to give everybody the schedule of the event, all new. Houston is wonderful. I've been to Houston, Eva, a few times. Rachel, the question that you had, my mom in Fort Worth. How often should you manifest? Well, sweetie, that yes, Steph, I will be coming to Ohio. That's definitely a spot I'm going to go to. We'll pick a few places around the country. How often should you manifest? It's a really difficult thing to say, love. There are big things that I manifest, like, right? Big things, the house. And then there are smaller things all along the way. Get to this point of manifestation, though, like that, right? I didn't jump out of the gate doing stuff like that. Little things, right? And when you're probably manifesting little things all the time, but it's very important to acknowledge that that's what's happening, that the creative process happening. Very, very important, because it's those little victories all along the way, those little manifestations that build faith up to a point that you're like, oh, you start thinking things and they just happen. Right? That's the point we want to get to. We think a thing and then it just does. It just happens, because that's really how life is supposed to be. We're supposed to be constantly in creative mode. So how often should you manifest? I would say if you're learning to exercise your manifestation muscles, smaller things all along the way. Little things. Build your faith. I tell the story all the time of David, but I'm thinking I'll tell my good friend Shonda Rise from Shonda Rise Astrology told this story, and I was like, oh, I forgot Moses' story. So, when Moses, before he went back to Egypt, to be God's vessel, the Hebrew nation, he said, God, when God said, this is what I want you to do, I want you to go get my people, go get your people, my people. And he said, well, I'm just a shepherd. All I have is the stick. All I have was a stick. All I had was a stick, gigantic piece of wood. He said, oh, throw the stick down. Turned into a serpent. And I think poisonous. He said, now pick it up. Moses was like, I am not picking up that snake. Pick it up. He picked it up, turned right back into a staff. Now do this. Amen. Amen, Rachel. He says, pick it up. He had Moses in that wilderness off by himself practicing for a while till his faith was built up to the point where he could walk into the presence of Pharaoh, the most powerful man in the entire world at that moment. And he said, let my people go. Pharaoh was like, well, where's your army? Like, you and who else? You and what army, right? And then Moses started, by what authority do you come? Basically, Pharaoh said, and he's by authority of, Most High God. Throws the stick down, throws the staff down. Here's a snake. And he was like, well, my priests over here could do that. So they threw their staffs, their little sticks down, and they made snakes. Well, Moses' snake ate them other snakes. Moses never could have got to that. He could have been coming back and forth with all these plagues, saying, look, if you don't let my people go, this is what's going to happen. He could not have walked in that much faith that what he spoke, because he spoke only what he heard God say. That's the other thing, you guys, don't forget. Manifest that which higher self tells you to manifest. Have you ever thought a thought, guys? You're like, where in the world did that thought come from? I don't even know why I'm thinking that. Well, that's because of you. It's something that was put in you, your mom, your dad, your auntie, somebody along the way, right? So it's this perception of whatever is going on at that moment, the way that they would react to it. Okay. So your self, though, your true self, your infinite divine self is in communication with Supreme Spirit. We have to learn to listen to our higher selves and not our mind. I will tell you, your higher self is usually what the old folks said is your first mind. That's usually your higher self talking to you. It's when the other mind gets in the way. So Moses only did that which God instructed him to do, that which God said, this is what you're to do, and this is how you're to do it. He followed directions. Let your higher self follow directions. Your footsteps are ordered. So when I say on this channel, we help you live a spirit-led life, that's what I mean. Led by the Spirit, not by your mind. So Rachel, the long answer to a version is this. Be like Moses. Moses did this. Moses did this next. Manifest something small. I'm not saying you can't manifest that 10,000 because the 10,000 we already sent the angels out. The angels are going out to get you $10,000. This is a done deal. It's a done deal. So the angels are going out to get that. So on the way, though, to maintain your faith, maintain smaller things. Yes, Steph, I know you listen, honey. And you hear, I'm waiting for the opportunity for you to speak to many. So, Rachel, little things. And then you'll have so many testimonies to give us because those little things add, they all add up and they build your faith. And the more your faith is built, the more confidence you have in your creative abilities, the quicker and easier it comes. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions or anything that they want to put out here? I really wish there was some way for me to do a Zoom live this way. Whew. What else did I see here? Miss Phyllis, I know I needed to talk to you for a second. Yeah, Miss Phyllis, it's hard sometimes when we have adult children, right? Because we gave life, we brought them into this world. They're part of us. Literally, they were literally a part of us. So sometimes it's hard to release them. But remember, taking care of oneself is not selfish. It is necessary. It is time for you to have peace in your life, my dear. I think I told y'all at one point in one of my lives, my youngest daughter, she's going to be moving out of here in a couple months before winter sets in. And my son, I love him. I love my Gemini son. I mean, I love him. I love him. But that child had the nerve to say to me, well, Mom, once Alicia moves out, me and Megan, his girlfriend, Aria, the babe, and we'll all move in. Now, Aria is the newborn. Rayleigh is the one that comes and makes guest appearances. I said, no, you're not. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. He doesn't need to. No, 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 no. It's time for Mama to be by herself. I have peace in my house. This is a beautiful thing. I don't have anybody here. My daughter's not home from work yet. It is beautiful. So enjoy it. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really enjoyed this. I just want to keep everything here in case somebody has any questions or anything like that. I hope this has been a blessing to you guys. Please do like this video. Please comment. Comments and engagement are really important. And if it comes over your heart, please share video with, those people that you think may enjoy it. We want to get the word out about the channel as much as possible and reach as people as we can. And we're so excited about all the new things it's about to take off. And we're putting together the solid foundation upon which to build a wonderful, wonderful channel, wonderful just ministry, right, surrounding it. Okay, guys, I will leave you then. I might be on land, not making any promises. But until next time, peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys. Namaste. Bye-bye.